Hello people of BookTube, Megan here and time for another video. Today is going to be a very spur-of-the-moment video. I have not planned it, I have not written things out, so I'm sorry if I come off as scatterbrained or very unorganized. That's why. I just realized how late into the month of October it is and I'm like, if I'm going to do this video, I need to do it now. So there we go. So, like I just said, October is almost over. That means November is right around the corner. And that means NaNoWriMo is right around the corner. Now, the last few years, I have not taken part in NaNoWriMo or I've not finished NaNoWriMo because last year we had just moved and it took a while to get things settled. So that didn't work out. The year before, we were renting a place up in middle of nowhere, Massachusetts, like an hour away from where I worked. So last thing I wanted to do after driving an hour down, going to work for several hours, then driving an hour back, usually with traffic back, the last thing I wanted to do was write. So here I am, still at the same apartment, things are settled, and yeah, I want to take part. I'm not quite sure how well I will do this year since I am full-time this year. While I was dealing with school and work in the past few years, both were part-time. I don't have school anymore, but I'm working full-time, so I'm not sure how that affects any progress and success I have, but I'm giving it a shot anyway. So yeah, like the title suggests, this is some nano prep that I typically do, or try to do each year, and I have found that the years I haven't done any of this are some of the years I haven't been very successful. So yeah, I figured let's share this. Maybe some of this could help someone else. If not, maybe share tips with other people who are taking part in NaNoWriMo. I mean, I'm always down for expanding my own nano prep. So if anyone has tips that I don't mention or things they do differently, share. Let's get a conversation going. Let's see if we can help each other out, give each other advice, and what have you. So the first tip is one that I don't usually follow myself just because it slips my mind, and that is prep your story. Like, one of my 2 successful years, or maybe it was both of them, I can't remember the first one to say in my life, but the second one really stands out to me because I liked what I was doing, but I had an idea where I was going to begin and where I was going to end. I knew what the end result was going to be because it is a prequel to something that I want to write. I wanted to do the prequel first because I felt that would help me write the main thing I wanted to write, get some groundwork laid. And that one I just flew through. I knew what the end result was going to be. I didn't know the finer details, but I knew this is what's going to happen. This is who's going to die. This is what's going to end up to so-and-so and so on and so forth. And I had an idea where to begin. And just everything there was just kind of like, here's the adventure this person is going on. With, here's some stuff the antagonist is going to do. Some very vague outlines in my head. Like, I'm not saying you need to know or should know every little thing that's going to happen, but have a general outline of what you want to happen. Because personally, I do find it does help out. Because even if you know roughly where you want to start, roughly where you want to end, and a few vague things you want going on in the middle, great, good start. The second piece of advice I have is if you have anything that you need to do around the house, apartment, whatever, do it now. Like if you have summer clothes that you still gotta put away, do it. If you want to go through like the closets and everything and reorganize things, do it. If you got things you gotta clean out, do it. If you're in school and you have any projects that are due soon that you can do now, do it. I find it really cuts down on distractions. Like the past few years I just had to worry about making sure my room is tidy so that I have a clean workspace, I can think. When I sit down to type away, I don't have to worry about the clutter and the mess around me. And thankfully the apartment is small, so I don't have to do too much, but it's very cluttered, so you can't really see it, but my dresser over here is super cluttered, my desk over here is so cluttered, the closet is just, let's not even talk about the closet. The downstairs, got some work to do down there, so in the next week, gonna be working on that. Like, I'm not aiming to make things spotless, just livable. Well, it is livable, but bearable. I don't want to be sitting down to write every day and just have that hovering in the back of my mind. That, and at the end of the month, you know, you don't have this huge pigsty of a living space to deal with. Like, there's some things you can't help, or at least I'm not going to be able to help. Laundry will still need to be done. Dishes will still need to be done. Things like the bathrooms will still need to be cleaned. But those little things that take very little time in the grand scheme of things. It's not like a deep clean or deep organization project that could take a day or longer. So if you have anything big like that that you've been planning to do and you plan to do NaNoWriMo, get those projects done. Your future self will thank you. My next piece of advice is something that I just personally like to do. I like to have a nice little stash of snacks and tea put aside for NaNoWriMo. I love tea. I love me my tea. I also love cocoa, and I have a nice stash of cocoa too, but my tea stash is better. And just getting a nice warm cup of tea and sitting down to write, it feels so right to me. It helps me get into the headspace I need to, I guess. So that's something I do. Just, having some munchies that I can nibble on throughout my writing or plotting or in between writing sessions doesn't hurt. Next tip, and this is a very important one, it is to practice your self-care. NaNoWriMo can get pretty stressful. For me, I feel like if I don't meet the daily deadline or the daily word count, I get stressed, I get panicky, and that can make writing in the future harder. It can make closing that gap and keeping up harder. So have some things put aside that you like to do to just take a break when you need it. Have some face masks put aside for when you want to treat yourself to something nice. Have some supplies put aside to give yourself a manicure and a pedicure. Just something to treat yourself for when you're feeling stressed and you just need to distance yourself from Nano for a little bit. Get some movies that you like. Get that special treat that you treat yourself with every once in a while. You have a chocolate bar that you only get once in a while for a special occasion? Treat yourself to one of those. Just remember, there are things outside of NaNoWriMo. This is definitely something that I do need to practice more myself personally. I sometimes find myself getting so caught up and so stressed out. And that's some of the reasons why I drop out of NaNoWriMo, is because I'm so stressed. Or I let myself get to the point where I'm so stressed that I just can't do it. And the only way for me to take care of myself is to totally just stop. So yeah, this is something that I need to do. Plan a time to take a nice walk, weather permitted, wherever you are, to just get some fresh air, detox, de-stress, just take care of yourself, get enough sleep, make sure you're hydrated, make sure you get up and stretch your legs and get the blood flowing again. Just take care of yourself. NaNoWriMo is meant to be fun. It's meant to be this fun thing. Don't stress yourself too much over it. Heck, even if you just want to get away from your writing for a little bit, but still do something nano-related. I know some places do like little write-ins. I think my public library does one. If you have a laptop and that's one of your things, do that. Interact with other people taking part in NaNoWriMo, be it in real life, on Twitter, I don't know if Facebook has anything going on the Nano forums itself. Interact a little bit if you want to do something nano-related, but not write. And yeah. That actually might be my final tip, because I feel like I had more, but literally nothing else is coming to mind. This is why it's important to plan ahead, kids. Don't be like me and try to do things on the fly, because typically it doesn't end well. So yeah, those are my NaNoWriMo tips. If anyone has any tips that they personally do that I didn't mention, like I said, please share them. And if anyone wants to be NaNoWriMo writing buddies, I'll leave my NaNoWriMo page, account, whatever it's called, in the description. Let's be writing friends. Let's be writing buddies. I'm always up for some more buddies. And yeah, that's it for this video, and I hope to see you guys next time.